So this is a session on English for competitive examination. This caters to all competitive examination, to Union Public Service Commission, railways, banking, probationary officer examination for banks, government civil service examination, government clerical grade examination, grade 2 examination, combined higher secondary level CHSL, various police inspector examination, police constable examination, SSC School Service Commission, TET Teachers Eligibility Test, and almost all competitive examination including entrance examination for various courses like CET, the combined entrance examination. In this we are covering one type of questions, just one variety of questions. This is the first of a series of lectures. We will be covering more lectures in subsequent episodes, so more varieties will come later. This is the first video for English for competitive examination. The first video, and more varieties will be covered in subsequent videos. Now here a sentence is given and the parts of the sentence are marked 1, 2, 3, 4, or sometimes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you have to point where the error lies, or there is no error. That could also be an option. No error is also an option. Let us see the first one. She reached out to the station barely on time. She reached to, that is the first part. Station, barely, second part, on time. So we have to point out the error. She reached out, that is the first part. There is the first part. She reached to station barely on time. And the fourth option is no error. The fourth option is no error. So where does the error lie? Part 1, part 2, part 3, or part 4? The error is in part 1. Why the error is in part 1? Because after reached we don't say to. After reach we don't say to. You reach a place, you don't reach to a place. You reach a place, you can't reach to a place. So she reached the station. She cannot reach to the station. She reached the station. Yep. So the summary here is, after reached, no to. Reached. Reached station. Not reached to station. Reached station, not reached to station. We don't need the to. We don't need this to. To is not required. So she reached station, or the station, or station, but not reached to station. We can say arrived at. Arrived at. That is correct. He arrived at the station, but he reached the station. Arrived at, but reached a place, I reached Delhi. I reached Mumbai. I arrived at Mumbai. I arrived at Delhi. But you can't reach to Mumbai, you reach Mumbai. You reach Delhi, you reach Kolkata, you reach London. You cannot reach to a place, you reach a place, or you arrive at a place. You arrive at a place but reach a place. So this too is wrong. So the error lies in option 1. Second sentence. The goal of personal development is to learn and apply that. That is the first part. The goal of personal development is to learn and apply that, which enables us to attain emotional well-being, understanding, and the third part, effectiveness, and to share this knowledge with others. First part, the goal of personal development is to learn and apply that. The second part is which enable us to attain emotional well-being, understanding, and the third part is effectiveness and to share this knowledge with others. And the fourth option, no error. The fourth option, as usual, no error. So where does the error lie? The goal of personal development is to learn and apply that. So here the subject was goal. Goal of personal development, subject word goal. The goal is singular noun followed by singular verb. Goal is. Apply that. That is singular. The plural is these, those. This, these, that, those. The plural is those. This, these, that, those. So you have a singular, and with singular it should be enables. Enables us, not enable us, enables. There must be one S here, enables. The first part was correct. Goal, the singular noun, was followed by is. Goal was a singular noun. It was followed by singular verb is, and now we have that. That is singular. Those plural. So which and not enable, which enables, which enables. So the error was in part 2. All are subject verb agreement. Singular subject, singular verb, plural subject, plural verb. Goal singular, is singular, that singular. So which enables, it should be singular. So we get error in part 2. Number 3. The dog runs dash the street. The correct preposition. The dog runs dash the street. Now can we say the dog runs off the street? No. You could have said if it is double F, O-F-F. No, it's not off. The dog runs with the street? No. The dog runs with the street. That means the street is also running. No, the street cannot run. So the dog runs with the street. The dog can run with the cat. The dog can run with a man. But the dog cannot run with the street. The street cannot run. So it can't be this one. The dog runs to the street. It could be, but not likely. That is a very weird one. The dog runs about the street. Yeah, about, all about. About is not only related to, like I'll tell you something about your friend, not that. You're walking about the place. You're walking about the place. That also it could be. So another possible preposition could be. You can have on the street. The dog runs on the street. The options are not given, but these would be correct. The dog runs on the street. The dog runs across the street. Across the street, the way in which you cross the street. The dog runs on the street, or the dog runs across the street. Both would be correct, but these options are not given. These options are not given, so we have to choose among the options given. So we choose among the options given, but on and across would also be correct. We must join hands and stop corruption, which is posing dash in the development of India. Stop corruption, which is posing. A corruption can only pose an obstruction, a hindrance. It can only oppose the development. It cannot favor development. Corruption can only be against development. Corruption and development are opposite things. If there is corruption, there cannot be development, and if there is development, there cannot be corruption. So corruption and development are opposite things. Corruption can only slow down the development or stop the development. So the only thing which is negative in context is hindrance. Hinder means to stop or put an obstacle. Hinder means to stop or put an obstacle. So it hinders, and from hinder or oppose we get hindrance. Hindrance is an obstacle in the path of development. So you don't tolerate. Radiance is obviously not there. Radiance is bright, brilliant rays coming out. Relevance, nothing is relevant here. Corruption cannot be relevant to development. So hindrance means it opposes or stops development. So we must join hands and stop corruption, which is posing hindrance in the development of India, or which is posing obstacle, badha in the development. Now, this sentence, out of the given 4 alternatives, select the one which best expresses the meaning of the given word conscientious. Now, conscientious comes from conscience, not conscious. Not conscious. Conscious is different. Conscious, unconscious. That is, unconscious would be senseless. He fell down unconscious. It's not conscious. It is conscience. Conscience we call in Bengali bibek. What you call bibek is conscience. So what is connected with bibek and conscience? It cannot be concentrated. It cannot be scientific. Bibek is nothing scientific. It cannot be false. So bibek is only honesty. The only possible meaning here is honest. There could be other meanings. They are not given. It could be scruple. It could be several other words, but here the word given is honest. Honest, truthful, you can say. So bibek is always connected with the good quality, and the only good quality here is honest. Bibek and honesty. So the only given word out of these 4, the nearest word in meaning could be honest. Honest is conscience. You cannot do anything wrong. If you do anything wrong, your conscience, your bibek tells you it is wrong. Honest. Honest, truthful, that is the only meaning you can have, the nearest meaning to conscience. Now here we have, in the following question, again out of the 4 given alternatives, one which is opposite. Now this is very important. Sometimes they ask opposite, sometimes they ask synonym. Synonym is which word has the same meaning or the nearest meaning, and sometimes they ask opposite. So this is very important to read the question. Here we want opposite. We want the word which is opposite. So exactly ulta meaning. Not the meaning but ulta meaning. Resolute. So resolute, resolution. You may have heard of New Year's resolution, right? New Year's resolution. So resolute, the only meaning which is opposite. Determined, constant, faithful, these are resolute. The only one thing which, although it is not opposite, but of the option given here, you will have to say that it is agreeable, although it is not the correct opposite. It could be feeble, for instance. But in this particular question, the examination in which it was asked, the only possible was agreeable. The correct meaning should have been feeble, weak, vacillating, but since we do not have any other word, so it cannot be determined, it cannot be constant. Constant means you are firm. Faithful, the only one meaning we can have is agreeable. But agreeable is not the correct word, but in the examination where this question was asked, there was no proper opposite given, so this was taken as a correct answer. Now nefarious, we have one more word, nearest one to nefarious out of the 4 one, which is opposite. Again we are having opposite, which is opposite to the word nefarious. Now nefarious means evil. Nefarious means something bad. Nefarious always means something bad. So the only one thing which is not bad, evil is bad, rotten is bad, infernal is bad, all are bad. So the opposite meaning, the one which is not bad, which is good, is pleasing. Pleasing is the only word which is not bad. Evil means bad, rotten means bad, your egg is rotten, infernal is bad. So the only one word which is not bad, which is good, which has a positive meaning, all are negative. Nefarious is negative, evil negative, rotten negative, infernal negative. The only one which has a positive meaning is pleasing. Pleasing could be taken as opposite of nefarious. It could be taken as opposite of nefarious. Now, rearrange the parts of the sentence in correct order. Today India looks. Now, that part is fixed. Today India looks. That part is fixed. The first part, today India looks. This part is fixed. It has to come in the beginning. Then after this, 3 options, all the options will come. We have to determine the order. First P, then Q, or first Q, then R, or first R, then P, then Q. What is the order? Let us see what is the order. Today India looks to be on course. Yeah, it makes the meaning. Today India looks to be on course. So we can tentatively take P as the first one. On the course of developed nations. No, it cannot be the course of developed nations. It can be in the league of developed nations. So we say after, to be on course, to join. Yeah. So India looks to be on course, we put as 1. To join the league. To join the league we put as 2. The League of Developed Nations. To join the League of Developed Nations. So you can't say course of developed nations to join. So to join that will be to join the League of Developed Nations. So we have 3. That means we have PRQ. PRQ, the first option giving you PRQ. Today India looks to be on course to join the League of Developed Nations. Today India looks to join the League of Developed Nations. The group of developed nations. League, if in case you can say the group of developed nations. In case you do not know the meaning of league, you can say the group of developed nations. Now again we have, read the sentence and choose the option which best expresses it in the other active or passive voice. Means if it is active voice, you have to make it passive voice. If it is passive voice, you have to make it active voice. And options are given, which is the correct form when you change the voice. If you are making active to passive or passive to active, which would be the correct one? Now, even if you do not know grammar, we could help you a little, right? First of all, see that it contains ing, making, ing, like going, coming, looking, eating, drinking. It contains making, the ing form of the verb. So ing, when you change the voice, will also have an ing. It should have an ing when you change the voice. When you change from active voice to passive voice, that should also have an ing form of the verb. And where do we have ing? Here, no ing. Here, no ing. Here, no ing. So the only ing we have is here, being. That is the only one where we have ing. This one does not have an ing ending. Going, coming, eating, drinking. No ing here. Here also there is no ing. Here also there is no ing. The only place where we have ing is here. So automatically that becomes the only choice. And another, you can say that here we have got a past tense, but then all are past tense, but still we have was. Here was and here was, but ing is the biggest hint. If the active voice contains ing, making, going, eating, running, whenever it contains the word ing, the passive voice must also have ing. And the only one which has ing is being. Being. That is the only one which has ing. So this is the correct answer. Being made. Made, being made. A force was being made. Made, passive voice being made. So was making, was being made. Made, being made. Was making, so it can't be made, no ing form. Was being made, being an ing form, there is the only alternative, and no other option has ing. And Lily made a fort. No, a fort was made by Lily, that would be the voice. No, we don't have. A fort made by Lily. No, you have to say a fort was made by Lily. Again, that is also wrong. So anyway, the only option is a fort was being made. Read the sentence and select the best alternative which expresses the same sentence in the change narration. Means again, either direct to indirect narration. After you change the direct speech or direct narration to indirect speech or indirect narration, which one would be the correct one? Sita said, would we listen to such a man? if he would listen to such a man, would I listen to such a man, and whether he would listen to such a man. Now of this, first of all reject this one. Why we reject this? Because said is in past tense. Said is in past tense. Ask is in present tense. So reject this option. Right? Then, will he? There's no reference to I. There's nowhere said that someone is speaking to you. So I question does not arise anyhow. So that option is also rejected. We. Now you cannot change the subject. He is singular and we is plural. He is singular and we is plural. You can't change that. So again you will reject. And the only one which is correct is this one. The only one which is left is this one. And whenever questions like will he listen, will you do it, will you go, will he come, will it happen, will it rain, whenever such questions are asked, where the answer could be yes or no. You can't answer all the questions in yes-no form. Where are you going? You can't say yes or no. What is your name? You can't say yes or no. So only these questions like will he listen to such a man? Yes, no. Will he come? Yes, no. Will it rain tomorrow? Yes or no. Questions which can be asked in yes or no will have this word whether. Will have this word whether. Or if. Or if. So this option was also correct if it had been in past tense. If the word asked, if it had been past tense, asked, then it would have been a correct option. But it is a present tense, so the only correct option is this one. But all questions where you have yes or no option, you should have the word whether. Whether yes or no. This or if. She asked if he would listen to such a man, that is also correct. She asked whether he would listen to such a man, that is also correct. So in this would have been correct if it had been in past tense. If it were asked, asked, then it would have been a correct option. But then it is in present tense. Otherwise it could have been a very good option. But then here we have only one option, whether. Choose the correctly spelt word. Out of the irresistible, you will have to choose the correct option. Irresistible. Irresistible. That indicates double R. The correct pronunciation gives correct spelling. Correct pronunciation gives correct spelling. Irresistible. Irresistible. It indicates 2R. So both these options we reject. This one and this one. Both of them contain single R, so that is rejected. Now we have only two options. Now the correct pronunciation is irresistible, not irresistible. It's not irresistible, it is irresistible. Like we say divisible, not divisible. Divisible, irresistible. So tibble, tip indicates TI. Irresistible would be A, but that is not the correct pronunciation. It is irresistible, tibble. So irresistible. This is the correct option, irresistible. TIBLE is a correct option. Irresistible, that is a correct option. It is not irresistible. And number 3 again would have been correct if they had written it with double R. If there had been double R, it would have been correct, but because of single R we reject. And out of the double R, Irresistible is not the correct pronunciation. Irresistible. T. T-I. T. Tibble. Irresistible. So T we select here. Then we have got in the following question, out of the 4 alternatives, select the alternative which best expresses the meaning of the idiom or phrase. Wet behind the ears. Wet behind the ears. Wet behind the ears. Now, for such idioms and phrases, there can be no logic behind it. Idioms do not follow logic. You will have to know the meaning of the idiom. But even in case you don't know, taking a bath would make the whole body wet. It's not going to make only wet behind the ears. If you go and take a bath, your whole body is wet. So not wet behind the ears. And it is not speaking bad behind. The correct is lacking experience. That means what we call a novice. Wet behind the ears. A novice. A newly, newcomer out of the college. Someone who has just passed the college or just passed out of the university, but he does not have experience. Theoretically, he may be quite a genius. He may be getting 90%, 95%. He might be very good, but lacking experience. He is just fresh. You can also say fresh out of college or fresh out of university. And you can also say novice. N-O-V-I-C. That is another word, novice. So that we can't explain the logic behind it because idioms and phrases do not follow logic. Then we have, in the following question, out of the 4 alternatives, select the one which will improve the bracketed part of the sentence. Otherwise, select no improvement. Thus, we going back to what might be termed as old values. Thus, we going back to what might be termed as old values. Now, going, we cannot write going. Either you have to write go or went, or you have to write is going or was going. Whenever you have an ing form, you will have to write is going or was going, or you will have to write go or went. Now, gone. Now, can we write gone? No. Why we cannot write gone? Gone will take has gone. He has gone. They have gone. He has gone. They have gone. We have gone. So we need an has or have. And here the subject is we. So we have gone back. We have gone back. But you don't have only gone. You cannot write only gone. We have to write we have gone. Was going? No, because the subject is we. We can't write was going. We can write he was going. We can write he was going. But we cannot write we was going. We were going. We is plural. We have to write we were going. W-E-R-E. We were going. You can't write we was going. So again, this is also rejected. With plural we, you cannot have a singular was. We is plural, so you cannot have was. The only one, then what is left? Went. Went is right, absolutely, because you can use went without is, without has. We went back. We went back. So that could be the correct option. We went back. No improvement. Again, that is also not possible. No improvement. That is not possible. We cannot write going. You have to write is going, was going, or were going, are going. Because the subject is we in plural, you have to write we are going or we were going. We are going, we were going. So this is wrong. No improvement is also wrong. this sentence is not a correct sentence, so it needs improvement, it needs change. The sentence is wrong, so it needs change. So no improvement is rejected as an option. Improvement is needed, improvement is required. Was going is rejected because we have we, plural. We was, no, we were going. You can't write we was going. Gone you cannot write because we have to write we have gone. He has gone. They have gone. There must be has or have, but along with we, you have to write we have gone. So the only correct one is we went. We went. So option 1 becomes the correct option. We went back. We went back. Now, in the following questions, out of the 4 alternatives, select the one which is the best substitute of the words. Decrease or fade gradually before coming to an end. It will decrease slowly, it will go on decreasing and ultimately come to 0. Gradually decreasing and ending, or gradually decreasing and coming to 0. Gradually becoming less and less. Gradually decreasing, becoming less every day until it comes to 0. Surge. Surge is always rise. Surge means to rise, not decrease. Surge will be to increase. The surge in prices. We often say the surge in prices. That is an increase. It's not decrease. Accrual. Accrual is accumulating. When we put money in a bank, interest accrues. Interest accumulates, collects. So it is collecting and increasing. Again, it is not decreasing. Swell. Swell also means becoming bigger. Swelling. Like a balloon swells when you blow air into it. Swelling. It is always increasing in size. Peter out. Peter out. Actually we peter out, but here it is only peter is given. Peter out is the only word which means decrease. Although it is they have given with capital letter, here Peter is not the name of a person. Peter here is not the name of a person. Peter out. The correct one should have been peter out. Peter out means gradually becoming less and less and ultimately come to 0. So surge is increasing. Accrual, accrue or accumulate is also increasing. When you put money in a bank, it will increase. The interest will accrue. Swell is also increase. It will increase in size. A tumor is a swelling, and which will gradually becoming bigger and bigger. Peter out is becoming decreasing in size. The only one thing we have got is peter out. So peter is only the correct option. This is the correct option. Coming to the next one. In the following questions, out of the 4 alternatives, select the one which will improve the bracketed part. Many novelists from the subcontinent has provided scathing account of this period. It makes really no difference if you don't know the meaning of scathing. Even if you don't know the meaning of scathing, it is actually a damaging report. Scathing report is a criticizing report or damaging report, but actually the meaning is not needed here. The meaning, even if you don't know the meaning of scathing, it makes no difference. Scathing is not needed here. So many novelists from the subcontinent, when a big sentence like this, identify the main subject word. Are we talking about subcontinent? Are we talking about novelists? What we are talking about? We are not talking about subcontinent. We are talking about novelists from the subcontinent. The main subject word is novelists. This is the main subject word. And it is in plural. When it is in plural, It cannot be has provided. It has to be have. Because it is in plural, the main subject word, don't say subcontinent. It is not subcontinent which is providing scathing accounts. Novelists. Novelists have provided. The novelists have provided. Novelists in plural. The novel writers. Those who write novels and stories. They have provided. Not has provided. Novelists in plural. Say should be they have provided. So have. Now again after has, it has to be provided. Has gone. Has done. Has eaten. Has provided. Has finished. After has, the same thing after have. They have finished their lunch. They have won the match. They have developed pneumonia. They have decided. So always it is past ending. So it cannot be provide or provides. It has to be have provided. Have provided. Only one is the correct option. We don't say we have provided. No, we have provided. They have provided. Or he has provided. We can't say provides. Provides will not have. Have provides, there's no such construction. So have provided. I have done. I have decided. I have worked. I have finished. I have provided. Have provided. So novelist, what we do is pick out the main subject word and see that it is in plural, and since it is in plural we put this in plural. So instead of has we substitute with have, and no change here. Don't change this word provided, only substitute. Instead of has, put have, and we get have provided as the right answer. So thank you. That was our English session for the first lecture, and we will be coming back with more such lectures, more such construction and variety of constructions. These are only one type of questions. We will be having several other questions. It could be error in tense, it could be error in prepositions, it could be error in conjunction. There could be several other types of error. We would be coming with that in our subsequent videos. So thank you and wish you best of luck in all the examination you are going to give, in all the endeavors you are going to have. We wish each one of you the best of luck.